I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Council President O'Halloran,
Here.
Councilmember McIrvin,
Here.
Councilmember Prince,
Here.
Councilmember Perez,
Here.
Councilmember Van,
Here.
Councilmember Albertson,
Here.
and Councilmember Rivera.
Here.
Roll call, Mr. Mayor, all present.
All right, thank you. First up is the administrative report.
All right, good evening, everyone. Pop-up lunches providing lunch, hygiene kits, socks, and pet food are scheduled for Wednesday, May 3rd, 12 to 2 p.m. at 1150 Oakdale Avenue Southwest. Friday, May 5th, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at 126 Logan Avenue North. And Wednesday, May 10th, 12 to 1:30 at 300 Rainier Avenue North. Habitat for Humanity is organizing a volunteer day on Saturday, May 6th from 8:45 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the La Fortuna project located at 17286 127th Avenue Southeast. The event will be held at Habitat's in Renton and runs. Volunteers will landscape 12 new affordable homes at the project. This event is part of the Affordable Housing Week and Habitat's Women of Impact Day, part of Women Build, an annual campaign to celebrate the role that women play toward Habitat for Humanity's mission to build strength, stability, and self-reliance through shelter. For more information, please visit their website at housingconsortium.org. The Renton Police Department is recruiting for community police academies. Each academy can accommodate up to 30 participants. The Senior Public Safety Academy, May 16th through June 6th, 9 to 10:30 a.m. at the Don Person Renton Senior Activity Center. To register, go to rentonwa.gov/register. The one-day Community Police Academy, June 15th from 8:30 to 5 p.m. at City Hall Council Chambers. Please register at rentonwa.gov/one-day-CPA. The Youth Academy, June 26th through June 28th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Please register at rentonwa.gov/PD Youth Academy. As warm weather returns and you visit the city's parks and trails, please remember the following park trail rules to help make outdoor experiences enjoyable for everyone. Dogs are not allowed at Gene Coulon Memorial Beach Park and Cannydale Beach Park, but dogs are allowed at all other city parks and trails on 6-foot leashes. Cedar River Dog Park is an off-leash area located next to the Cedar River Trail at 1500 Hauser Way. Please obey bicycle dismount zones and a 10-mile-per-hour speed limit posted along the Cedar River Trail. Report unwanted, suspicious, or dangerous behaviors to the police non-emergency number at 425-235-2121 or 911 in case of an emergency. Other park rules and regulations, share the trail brochure, and program information are located at rentonwa.gov/parks. A new Park Ambassador program will be starting at Coulon Park, and trail rangers will continue to serve as goodwill ambassadors with trail education and reporting trail activities. Find out more at rentonwa.gov/volunteer. Comments and questions are always welcome. Please use the Renton Response app or Parks and Rec at rentonwa.gov. Information about preventative street maintenance, traffic impact projects, and road closures, and I-405 work happening this week can be found at rentonwa.gov/traffic. All projects are weather permitting. Unless otherwise noted, streets will always remain open.
All right, thank you. Next up is audience comment. We do have a couple people signed up to speak tonight. When I call your name, please come up to the podium. You have 3 minutes to address the council. Please give your name, the city of residence, and what you'll be speaking on. And tonight, first up is Ricardo Garmendia. Yeah, right up there.
Good evening. Thank you for your time, and I appreciate your commitment to the city. My name is Ricardo Garmendia, and I am a resident of the Sierra Heights Renton community. My address is 3641 Northeast 24th Street. I am here tonight to discuss an urgent matter affecting our community. Due to the lack of the street lights, our neighborhood Sierra Heights Park has become a haven for criminal activity, and the safety of our residents is at risk. Drug paraphernalia continues to accumulate in the area, and we have witnessed criminals congregating in front of the park. This is an area where families go for walks, children play, and neighbors walk their dogs. Yet the police seem to be ignoring the facts. We live in a nice neighborhood, and there is no need for constant police patrols. However, the lack of police presence has allowed criminals and drug users to take advantage of the situation. Many are non-residents of our community. Therefore, I urge the City Council to provide street lights and increase police patrols in our neighborhood. This will help deter criminal activity and make our community a safer place for everyone. I have collected some evidence, aluminum paper used for liquefying heroin and fentanyl. I will be providing the council with police reports to support my claims next meeting. I would also like to suggest some solutions to the City Council to consider, such as installing surveillance cameras or forming a neighborhood watch program. The parking question is in the King County jurisdiction. A council member who knocked on my door when canvassing for my vote suggested that the city of Renton to adopt the park. I have personally been victimized by criminals who have stolen a catalytic converters from my vehicle's $2,400 repair last fall. Most recent, last Friday, my Honda Civic was stolen from the front of my house. The vehicle was found Saturday morning at 2 a.m. Tried to retrieve my impounded vehicle from the towing company's yard, to later being victimized a second time when the towing company charged me $600 for them to release my vehicle they had in their yard for only 6 hours. In conclusion, I call to the City Council to take actions to improve the safety of our community. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Garman. On the sheet here, you didn't provide your whole email address. Will you, if you would give it to,
Sure.
and we'll make sure that, that staff gets back in touch with you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, next up is Marvin Rossetti.
Hi, good evening, Mr. Mayor and members of the council, as well as my fellow neighbors on TV. Again, I'm Marvin Rossetti, and I'm a resident of the Renton Highlands. And first, I wanted to say that it's the beginning of May, and I want to invite everyone to celebrate the beginning of Asian American Pacific American Heritage Month. So again, I hope everyone around our city, around our nation, are able to help celebrate this wonderful event. But today I wanted to go riff off my neighbor and to discuss something that all residents are sharing right now, and the increased need for public safety in our city. Like our last neighbor, just in my own neighborhood, we were also victimized with cars being stolen, as well as a plate coming off of my own car as well. But last week, city leaders in Seattle announced to their commitment to propose city ordinances to prohibit the use of drugs in public spaces, parks, sidewalks, bus stops, and including that of public transit. So, and as I understand, this movement is in conjunction with other jurisdictions to create model legislation among the municipalities because of the state legislature's failure to adequately fix drug possession and dangerous synthetic drugs in the state. So on behalf of my fellow neighbors who are now besieged by crime, the vagrancy, the reduced enforcement of what would have been simple arrests but 5 years ago, I ask that our elected officials take the opportunity to lead South King County and use this as an opportunity and immediately pass ordinances that restore common sense laws that were deemed unenforceable in the hands-off approach of the drug epidemic for the last 4 years, and that it resulted in the unintended consequences of rampant property crime, unlawful possession of deadly synthetic drugs, and the unlawful possession of firearms in the city. We cannot wait for data-driven solutions, especially data-driven research, where we know our own life experiences have already personally seen the devastating effects of our cities, not being able to bring order to our own neighborhoods. So please support and join in the ongoing regional efforts and with the other cities to please pass these critical public safety ordinances. Thank you.
All right, thank you. And next up is the consent agenda. There are 5 items. Are there any that council would like pulled for separate consideration?
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, Council President O'Halloran.
hearing none, I move that the council approve the consent agenda as published.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved by Council President Halloran, second by Councilmember Prince, that the council approve the consent agenda as published. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. All right, motion carries. We are on to unfinished business. Council President O'Halloran,
No unfinished business, Mr. Mayor.
Councilmember McGurven,
Yes, Mr. Mayor, the Transportation Committee has 2 reports to present.
Okay, Transportation Aviation Committee. The first is regarding agreement with Pertit Incorporated for construction management services on the Park Avenue North Extension project. The Transportation Aviation Committee recommends concurrence in the staff recommendation to authorize the mayor and city clerk to execute supplemental agreement number 17 to contract 17082 with Pertit in the amount of $538,957 for construction management services on the Park Avenue North Extension project. This is TIP number 20. This is also signed by the committee chair and members.
Mr. Mayor,
yes, Councilmember McGurven.
I move that the council concur with the Transportation Aviation Committee report.
Second.
It's been moved by Councilmember McGurven, second by Councilmember Perez, that the council concur with the Transportation Committee report. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Okay, this next report from the Transportation Aviation Committee is regarding a contract with Dow LLC for A&E professional services. The Transportation Aviation Committee recommends concurrence in the staff recommendation to authorize the mayor and city clerk to execute a contract with Dow LLC in an amount not to exceed $209,368 for professional services to design the security improvements necessary surrounding the Renton Municipal Airport. This is signed by the committee chair and members.
Mr. Mayor,
Councilmember McGurven.
I move that the council concur with the Transportation Aviation Committee report.
Second.
It's been moved by Councilmember McGurven, second by Councilmember Perez, that the council concur with the Transportation and Aviation Committee report. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. All right, Councilmember Prince,
No unfinished business, Mr. Mayor.
Councilmember Perez,
No unfinished business, Mr. Mayor.
Councilmember Van,
No unfinished business, Mr. Mayor.
Councilmember Albertson,
Yes, Mr. Mayor, the Utilities Committee has 1 report to present.
Okay, Utilities Committee, Compost Procurement Ordinance. The Utilities Committee recommends concurrence in the staff recommendation to adopt a compost procurement ordinance regarding the purchasing, use, and reporting of compost. The committee further recommends that this ordinance be presented for first reading. This is signed by the committee chair and members.
Mayor,
yes, Councilmember Albertson.
I move that council concur with the Utilities Committee report.
Second.
Been moved by Councilmember Alverson, second by Councilmember Rivera, that the council concur with the Utility Committee report. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. All right, motion carries. Next up is Councilmember Rivera.
No unfinished business, Mr. Mayor.
All right, we are on legislation. We have 2 resolutions, 1 ordinance for first reading and 1 for second and final.
The first resolution is regarding an amendment to the fee schedule. Resolution of the City of Renton, Washington, amending the 2023-2024 Renton, City of Renton fee schedule.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, Councilmember Perez.
I move the resolution to be adopted as read.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved by Councilmember Perez, second by Councilmember Albertson, that the resolution be adopted as read. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
The next resolution is regarding the renewal process of the cable franchise in Renton. A resolution of the City of Renton, Washington concerning the commencement of formal renewal proceedings under the Federal Cable Communications Policy Act of 1984 as amended.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, Councilmember McGurven.
I move the resolution be adopted as read.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved by Councilmember McGurven, second by Councilmember Perez, that the resolution be adopted as read. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
All right, the first ordinance is regarding compost procurement, and it's for first reading only. An ordinance of the City of Renton, Washington, amending Title 8 of the Renton Municipal Code by adding Chapter 9, authorizing corrections, providing for severability, and establishing an effective date.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, Councilmember Alverson.
I move the ordinance be placed on second and final reading at the next council meeting.
Second.
Been moved by Councilmember Alverson, second by Councilmember Rivera, that the ordinance be placed on second and final reading at the next council meeting. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
The final ordinance is regarding the 2023 carry forward and first quarter budget amendment. First reading was last week. So an ordinance of the City of Renton, Washington, amending the City of Renton fiscal years 2023-2024 biennial budget as adopted by ordinance number 6088 by increasing the budgeted revenues and expenditures by $82,819,219 and $205,500,724 respectively, amending the 2023 salary table, providing for severability, and establishing an effective date.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, Councilmember Perez.
I move the ordinance be adopted as read.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved by Councilmember Perez, second by Councilmember Alverson, that the ordinance be adopted as read. This is second reading. It requires a roll call.
Council President O'Halloran.
Aye.
Councilmember McGurven.
Aye.
Councilmember Prince.
Aye.
Councilmember Perez.
Aye.
Councilmember Van.
Aye.
Councilmember Alverson.
Aye.
And Councilmember Rivera.
Aye.
Roll call, Mr. Mayor. All ayes.
Carries. We are on to new business. Council President O'Halloran.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, thank you. I have 4 items of new business. The first is as part of Renton's clean economy strategy, we will be offering a Renton-specific electric vehicle public workshop opportunity this Thursday, May the 4th at 6 p.m. via Zoom. The public is encouraged and invited to participate. Registration can be found at Renton CES Clean Economy Strategy, rentonces.com, and click on the Get Involved tab. The second item is that on Saturday, my husband Michael and I had the distinct honor to join Christy Rowland at a reception for Polish and Ukrainian mayors, council members, and city administrators. The event was sponsored by the Washington City and County Management Association, and Renton was a key host city. They had a Boeing tour, and they had a picnic lunch at our Jean Coulon Park. The purpose of their visit was to share stories about leading in challenging times, innovative service delivery, and strengthening partnerships. There were 13 members of the delegation. It was a fascinating and fun evening, and I was very proud to represent the Renton City Council. Thank you, Christy, for the opportunity. And as far as city business, on May 8th, Monday, the regularly scheduled committee of the whole meeting has been canceled. And on May 8th, Monday, this at 7 p.m., the regular scheduled council meeting will be taking place here in chambers and via video conference. And that is all I have, Mr. Mayor.
All right, thank you. Councilmember McGurven.
No new business, Mr. Mayor.
Councilmember Prince.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. On Monday, May 8th at 6 p.m., the Planning and Development Committee will be meeting in the council conference room and by video conference. We have 3 items on the agenda. Docket 18, Group A, D 226, Home Occupation, Planning Commission bylaws, and emerging issues in CED. And that's all, Mr. Mayor.
All right, thank you. Councilmember Perez.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. On Monday, May 8, 2023 at 4:45 p.m., the Finance Committee will meet in the Council Conference Room as well as via video conference. There are 6 items on the agenda. Water Quality Grant Agreement with the State of Washington Department of Ecology for the Burnett Avenue South and Williams Avenue South Water Quality Retrofit Project. Interagency agreement with the Washington Traffic Safety Commission for the King County Distracted Driving Campaign. Utility bill, leak adjustment, request for leisure estates. Springbrook Creek Wetlands Mitigation Ban, credit sale agreement for Seattle Soccer LLC, DBA, Seattle Sounders FC, vouchers, and emerging issues in finance.
All right, thank you. Councilmember Van.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. We don't have an official business, but I wanted to share with council that on Friday, previous Friday, the mayor and myself were at the Save the Cedar River event. We're invited and very much supported the group's effort to save our Cedar River. And so just wanted to share that good news with council. And also, while we've talked a lot about the lake decision last week, I wanted to respond to some of our community members via email in terms of public safety, and thank you for commenting today as well. And I'll be hosting a listening session at Common Ground Cupcakes on Wednesday at 11 a.m. to listen to community members and for them to share the perspective as we're working on ordinances to address public safety matter. So thank you, Mr. Mayor.
All right. Thank you, Councilmember Alverson.
No new business, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, Councilmember Rivera.
No new business, Mr. Mayor, but I also want to echo Councilmember Van's comments. Thank you for speaking. We've received plenty of emails, and this will be a pressing matter that we'll be taking very seriously. So thank you.
Right. What is the wish of the council?
Move we adjourn.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved by Councilmember Prince, second by Council President O'Halloran, that we adjourn. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. All right, we're adjourned. Good night, everyone.